What's up, guys? Today I'm going to talk about gas masks. I've got two types here. Both of them are issue masks. One's an M40 and the other's MSA. I'm not sure what the model designation is. Anyway, I'm going to give you a few points about these guys, what I like about them, why I chose these instead of some of the cheaper models that you can pick up, like the Finnish gas masks and stuff like that. That you can get off the internet or cheaper than dirt or something like that for less money. But when it comes to something like this, I'd rather spend a little more money for just a few reasons. But we'll go over those. I'll show you how to put one on, how to don and clear, how to size it, and all that fun stuff. Also, both of these are mediums. It's what size I wear. So I've got them. They come in small, medium, and large. Medium will cover most people. Large, if you've got a really big head, obviously you'd want a large. Small is more for women, not really children. There are children's gas masks available, but the small is more for women or someone with a small head. I may have problems with the Dawn and Clear part because I have a beard, and facial hair will cause it to leak. So if you're planning on never shaving, you're going to be screwed if you ever have to put on a gas mask. Anyway, let's jump right into it. This is my go-to mask here. This is the one I normally run in. I get out and I shoot in this thing. Use them, guys. Get used to them. This guy, I use it. I get out and shoot in it some. Anyway, here's how you don and clear one. Hopefully it'll be in frame. This is the second time I've tried to do this video. Go on like this. Come up, grab this. Come over your head. Pull tight. Alright. And that's pretty much all there is to doing that. I'm showing you this for a couple of reasons. One, you'll know how to do it. And two, when you're at Army Surplus Store, gun show, whatever, you can check them to make sure they don't leak. I've tried gas masks before. They were a good deal, and they didn't seal because there's a little diaphragm underneath this that was leaking. So test them out. Don't be afraid to look like an idiot at the Army Surplus Store or gun show, whatever. This one, I like it. It's got a full field of vision here as opposed to the little porthole look here. You've got your full peripheral with the other. This guy, it looks like you've got swim goggles or something on. So it does cut down on your peripheral, which is why I choose this one. But it's still a good mask. If this is all you can find, it beats the hell out of the other options. This one I paid 50 bucks for. Picked it up at an Army Surplus with the filter in the bag. This one I picked up for $20 with the filter, no bag, and it doesn't have the black shell that goes on the outside either. With these, you can find them. They'll have the same black shell here, and then an exterior lens that goes over this to protect this lens. When you look at them, you kind of want to check your seal surface, make sure everything's still pliable, there's no cracks or rips or anything. That's just part of testing the thing out. This one I've got to get a new headband deal for. It's ripped all to shit. The reason I chose these masks is because they use the 40mm NATO filters. It's referring to the thread size. The Finnish gas mask uses 60mm. You can buy adapters to use your NATO filters, but that's another point of failure. If that thing starts leaking, then what's the point in wearing a gas mask? Another reason, your Finnish filters, or masks rather, are set up for right-handed shooters. So your filter's always going to be on this side. There's no way to change it. On these guys, on both of these style masks, you can take and unscrew here with some pliers and then swap this diaphragm out over to here, and then put all the stuff that was over here, and you're set up for a left-handed shooter, so your filter is not in the way. Which is a really cool thing about this. Otherwise, you're going to have one in the center that gets in the way of the rifle. That's why I chose these. And the price really isn't that much more for what you're getting. To size these guys, let me tilt down. Hopefully this, let me check and see if this is going to be in the screen right. Yeah, it looks like it will be. Okay. To size these guys, the only part that you're gonna try it on, and you're gonna take and tighten these up good and tight, tighten these up tight, tighten these up tight. All right. Then when you take it off, you're gonna loosen up these back straps here, and those are gonna be the only ones that you ever adjust after that point. You can tape these or sew them so they don't move, whatever you want to do. The little cleats do a pretty good job, but they will slip. And then you loosen these up, and then just flip everything over, put it in storage, whatever you want to do. If you want to practice donning and clearing, etc., etc., whatever you want to do. That's how you're going to want to store them, though, for quick and easy access. Just to throw it on and pull it over. These have got the drinking tubes with it if you want to use your canteen or whatever, or Camelback. You can buy the little adapters for that stuff. So you can drink without having to take your mask off. There's also voice adapters so you can hear better that go in here. Sometimes you'll find them at an Army surplus, and you can get those guys. But it's really not that big of a deal. Obviously these do cut down on sound, but it is what it is. The reason I have gas masks is not for a nuclear, chemical, or biological attack in NBC. It's for tear gas, OC and CS. I would prefer, you know, if there's an NBC attack, I probably don't want to survive that. So these are just for tear gas. If you're moving through an area, maybe there's riots or something, you need this, you're trying to get to your bug out location or trying to get home, whatever. These will get you there, and you're not going to have to deal with the police with tear gas and all that crap, or any kind of attackers possibly using it. You'll be able to don your mask, still be able to shoot, and you're not going to have all the crap coming out of your nose, coughing, eyes watering, all that stuff. So that's why I've got the masks. Which brings me to the filters. Training filters are fine if you're in the mindset like me and just want it for a tear gas situation. Training filters, that's what they're for. They're for when you go into the gas chamber in basic, to learn how to use your mask and all that crap, and know what it feels like. That's what the training filters, they use the training filters there, and that's why they're less expensive. Your NBC filters are a little bit more expensive. They've got expiration dates. You really want to pay attention to that. But if that's all you can find and you're not really too concerned about the nuclear, biological, chemical attacks, they'll do fine for CS even after, or OC, tear gas, after their expiration date. One thing about the new filters that are out these days, they do not work for chlorine-based chemical weapons, be it mustard gas, whatever. Mustard gas is just the first thing that comes to mind, the only thing that I really know that is chlorine-based, but even chlorine gas itself. These, from what I understand, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm relatively sure that the new filters that are out now do not work on chlorine-based chemical weapons. So that's something to think about too. Although I think most major militaries have moved away from using chlorine-based chemical weapons. But that's the basics of it, guys. Why I chose what I chose. You know, the finished ones I'm sure will be just fine, but they are, there's that weak point there, and especially if you're left-handed, you're going to need to go with something like these guys here. Otherwise, you're going to have a hard time shooting your rifle. But thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions, PM me or comment below, and rate and subscribe. I appreciate it. Thanks.